Hey everybody, it's Jason. Gonna be by myself today, running solo. Matt's enjoying himself down at IKA right now, and Jim had some other obligations tonight, so it's just gonna be me. So we're gonna plow right on through this. Captain's meeting for our fourth event of the season, and it'll be our last leg event of the regular season. And we're going southwest. Gonna hit up the mini lakes of the Duggar unit on the east side. So hopefully everybody that's here and everybody that's watching this has looked through Tourney X to understand where they're allowed to fish. I personally think it's going to be a pretty fun event. I like the idea that everybody gets to sort of plan their day out and even make audibles through the day and pick up and go to one of the other lakes, right? And it's all right there. I think it'll be a good time. Adds an interesting extra bit of planning to everything. So that's really, I think it's cool. Hopefully everybody else does too. I've never personally fished down there, but I'm looking forward to checking it out. I may actually be fishing. We'll see how things go for me tomorrow, but I may be there fishing. And if I'm not fishing, I'll still be there for awards and stuff. So we need to go check it out. Let's just go ahead and run through the specifics for this event. Like I said, there's these are the lakes that are allowed. So we've got Long Lake, Turtle Lake, Duck Lake, Bass Lake, Goose Lake, Pump Lake, and South Bass Lake. All of these lakes have ramps on them. Parking can be a bit of an issue at some of them, so make sure that you're being courteous to everyone else that may be out there, whether they're fishing with us or fishing for fun. Just make sure you're courteous and don't block the ramps. Don't take up all the spaces. We can make our way through this one and be good stewards of the property. Let's go ahead and go through the important times. Again, I'm just reading this off of Tourney X, so if you have future questions about it, make sure you refer to Tourney X either on their website or through the app. Something that I didn't actually know for a while, I just learned it last year, but in the Tourney X app, if you click the X at the round X thing at the bottom of the app, it'll actually pull up the information, this information right here, for the events that you're registered for, which is kind of neat. I actually, sort of a hidden feature, an Easter egg, if you will. I didn't know that existed, but it's pretty cool. So on the water time, Saturday is 6:15 in the morning. First cast will be 6:30. Lines in, first cast 6:30. Normally on lake events, we do like a 30-minute window between those two times, but all of these lakes are fairly small, as you can see in the map. So we didn't see a need to have a long wait time there. So we just shortened it down to 15 minutes for this one, which is what we normally do for like river events where you're probably going to start fishing near your launch. Lines out will be at 2:30, giving you your 8-hour window for fishing. Just a quick refresher for anybody that may not know, the lines out time is the final time stamp that can be on your photo for it to be submitted for the tournament. Your final submissions are due by 3:15. Again, I've not been to the area. I don't know what signal is like there. I'm going to make assumptions that even if it's bad in the lake area, that once you get closer to Duggar, which our tournament headquarters is, you should be okay. That is angler responsibility. So if you realize you don't have good signal and you need to get somewhere that does, plan ahead. Needs to be in by 3:15. And then we'll try to have awards around 3:30 at the tournament headquarters. Tournament headquarters is at Union High School, and there's the address if you need it. But if you just look up Union High School on Google Maps or Apple Maps or probably Waze also, you'll find it. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from the lakes here. Things you'll need, you do have to have a DNR lake permit for this event. These bodies of water do require it. So Antoine's filling us in that they were able to upload during the SIAC event that was there earlier this year. So thank you, Antoine. That helps me out since I haven't had an opportunity to visit. It's a pretty good little drive for me. So about 3 hours. So I didn't really have the opportunity to go down and check things out beforehand. So thank you for that. So you do need your DNR lake permit. You should be able to get those at any like gatehouse for state parks. I'm not sure if there's anywhere around. I assume like around Sullivan and stuff, there's probably some places to get it if you don't have it already. Hopefully you have taken care of that. Make sure that if this is your first event fishing with us this year, that you fill out your waiver. The link is on the website here. You can also go to indianakayakanglers.com and find the link under resources. Tokens that you're allowed to use for this event for your photos, you can use the KBF token or you can use our token. This is also linked on TourneyX, and you can also find it under resources on our website. I will release the code for the event at 9 o'clock Friday night. You will see it pop up in your TourneyX app when you go there and click on identifiers. I generally also post it on our Facebook page, so you can go there and look at it. So that's all ready to go. Looks like we have 23 currently signed up. Not the greatest turnout we've had this year, but it is what it is, right? It's that time of year. Everybody's got a lot of stuff going on, finally getting some free time for summer vacations with the family and stuff. So I understand how that goes. Hopefully we'll get a few more signed up before Saturday and should have a good time. So that covers the specifics for this event. Usually the few things we touch on outside of the event-specific things are just your general safety rules. So your PFD must be on at all times. It has to be an approved PFD, which is your standard foam flotation, full vest style, or an inflatable. Belt styles are not allowed, but those PFDs need to be on at all times and be properly worn and attached. Obviously, if you need to take it off to shed a rain jacket or whatever, that's fine. But when you're fishing, the PFD is on. When you're traveling, when it's tournament time, PFD is on. I'm trying to think what else we need to cover. Around safety, looking at the weather forecast in the area for Saturday. It's Indiana, so who knows what's actually going to happen, but all we can do is rely on the experts. So it's looking like there's a slight chance of thunderstorms in the morning, and then again later in the afternoon. The great thing about these smaller lakes like this is if you do need to get off the water because of weather, it's much easier to do. You're not going to have a long run, right? So especially if you're fishing one of the smaller lakes rather than Bass Lake. So, be aware, like every other time you're in your little plastic boats on the water, make sure you've got your head on a swivel and you're paying attention. I don't think we'll have too much issue with boat traffic on these lakes. I could be wrong, but I can't imagine there's going to be too many issues with boat traffic. We just ask that everybody's courteous, both to your fellow competitors and to other people on the water. We don't have any special rights to this water, so be kind, be courteous, be good stewards, like I said earlier. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and hope I have the opportunity to fish it, because of all of the lakes on our schedule this year, I think this one would be the most fun. We're going to look at our AOI standings right now too. So the interesting part about how we do AOI is it's your best 3 of 5, right? So you look at your current AOI standings. We got Drew Duncan in first place, Ryan, Justin, Mark, Jim Bailey, all the way down. These could change a lot over the next 2 events, right? Because you're going to start seeing people drop their low scores and move up the leaderboard if they perform well over this event and the White River event that closes out our regular season. So to me, this is when the AOI race gets pretty interesting too. So it'll be something to keep an eye on. I haven't seen any questions in the comments, so I can't think of anything else I need to cover for this event. Like all of our events, we have to definitely so here's one question. Aaron's asking about a time off the water for pre-fishing. No, there is not. We don't have it in the rules, but I think it kind of goes without saying that if you can be off the water by the time the code's released, it'd probably be beneficial, but we don't actually have that written in our rules. So everybody follow Aaron around tomorrow and figure out where he's pre-fishing. Use the bent pole method to see if he's catching anything and if you need to go there. We definitely need to thank our sponsors. Like, it probably sounds like a broken record. We're all used to hearing it, but Indiana Kayak Anglers is super blessed, not only with a great group of people that fish with us, but also the support we get from Moving Water Outfitters, especially over the years. They've just been phenomenal and a tremendous help to not just our organization, but our sport as a whole. I think everyone that's dealt with them in the past will continue to deal with them in the future, and anyone who hasn't dealt with them yet definitely should. Great group of guys, great business. You know, they love us, we love them. It's just an absolutely wonderful relationship that I hope we get to foster for many years to come. We also need to thank New Canoe and Dakota Lithium for sponsoring our Angler of the Year award. And just thank you guys a lot. And I hope to see everybody there on Saturday. So if you have any more questions, post them to the video and we'll get those answered. You can always reach out to me with any questions you have, and I'll do my best to answer them in a timely fashion. I'm buried in work right now, which is why I may or may not fish tomorrow or Saturday, but I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. So we'll see everybody Saturday. Tight lines, everybody. We'll see ya.